I am impressed by this display. You have gone all, I mean, I wouldn't expect any less of you. This is amazing. So,
bit of effort, yeah.
Yeah. So, Matt, I'm going to introduce you by saying that you're my longest suffering supplier because I am like the person that rings you 5 minutes before an event and says, "Oh, Matt, we need this. Someone's decided to add it on. Is that okay?" And you just click your fingers and make it happen. So you are very reliable. And if you can tell us about what you do and what you can offer.
Well, we do all different kind of events. For weddings, we offer a wide range of different things, really. So depends on the venue and the theme and what look you're going for to what we recommend. But I mean, it ranges from fairy lights to dance floors to staging, discos, DJs and lighting, and it goes on really. So we can light up anything or enhance something or cover a room what's not very pretty. So there's plenty of options to what we can do for you, really.
And that is something that like I always used to say to couples, if they said, "What does Matt do?" I'd say, it's easier for me to tell you what he doesn't do because that's a shorter list, because I couldn't list every single thing he does because he's got too much.
we cover a lot of things. So when we talk to people at whatever, we all say it depends what you're looking for, what your theme is, and we can try and advise because certain things work in some venues, not other venues, and we're trying to suggest what we recommend for what you're trying to do, really.
Mm-hmm. So in terms of sort of equipment hire, because you do obviously dance floors and the lights have just turned up at the exact right time. With regards to kind of setting these things up, how would a couple coordinate that with you and with the venue? And is it something that they just organise through you? What do they need to let their venue know? How does the actual setup process work from your point of view?
So we're lucky enough to know most venues around Gloucestershire anyway. So if someone wants to book some of us, obviously a lot of the venues, you know, the access times from maybe the wedding day before, what time we can get in or when we have to remove. We know most of the wedding sort of people in the venues anyway, so we can deal with that. Obviously, the bride and groom want input about times and things. Mm-hmm. It depends on the venue. I say most we know. So we know already sort of a good template of when we should get in, when we can't get in. Mm-hmm. And then also we can coordinate with the venue direct. So it saves the bride and groom worrying about sort of when are they going to arrive? Are they going to arrive too early? Are they going to get the equipment out? Because we know how the venues work already. And obviously we can work around the venue as well.
And that's a really good point, like from your perspective, is you deal with venues direct. And that for a couple's point of view, it's great because they can literally just book you and then you sort the logistics direct with the venue.
That's it, yeah, we're a preferred supplier for a lot of venues around Gloucester. So most venues know of us quite well. We've been going for quite a long time. So there's not many venues we don't work alongside or be recommended by, really.
And you obviously do discos as well. Discos,
yeah,
and DJ hire.
So that's how we started as the DJ company. Then we slowly expanded and added on lots of different things and grew, really.
And if so, people basically like a sort of the higher side of things. So if people need staging, if they're getting married in a marquee and it's like a blank canvas, you can basically come in and transform it for them.
Yeah, so say something like a marquee wedding, we can do the staging, we can do the lighting, they need generators, power distribution, if they want walkways lit up, if they want trees lit up, if they want tables, if they want all those sort of things, we can coordinate for them. So it's just really, something like a marquee wedding, we normally do a site survey for. So we go out with them, look at exactly what they want, and then obviously work out what the marquee company is going to provide and work out what they need additional on top of that, really, then try and advise from there.
How does the booking process work with you guys? Like, so someone would inquire with you and then would they pay a deposit? How would that work?
So we also go through the sort of the quotation with them, sort of discuss what they want, make up a package deal. When they're happy with that, depending on what it is, we might have to come and do a site survey with them to look at it, or just a phone call, or if it's something simpler, it can be done by email. Then we do take a 25% booking deposit. That confirms the booking. Then the final payment, some people do it little tiny bits all the way up to the wedding day. Other people's pay the week before the wedding day, so people can pay in stages. As long as we've got the booking deposit, it's all confirmed and booked in, really.
And how far in advance do you usually suggest that people book this kind of thing? I know that you've got a lot of people that work for you. Like, you've got people that work for you, and you can be you manage to split yourself in like so many parts sometimes to be everywhere. So how far in advance do people usually need to book?
I mean, we always take multiple bookings sort of every day. We've got multiple bookings going on. It really depends on sort of access times and what they want and how far the travelling is. We get some people who book something really sort of small 2 years before. We get other people who are ringing it the week before and want a complete transformation. So it's really, when someone knows they want to go ahead with something, get in contact, let's get through the quote, and then as soon as they know they're definitely happy, get the deposit in so it's booked in. Say, someone could ring up, we'll see, now is not a good time to describe it, but someone could ring up. I've realised for my wedding this weekend, I would really like some lighting. My nan's offered me some extra budget. Can you still do it? And then we'll see if we can. Of course we will. But obviously it does come down to depending on how many jobs we got and access times to those venues. Because it's always the access times what's restricted, really. Because a lot of venues we can't get into like 10 o'clock in the morning, and it has to be done by like midday. So obviously those sort of periods is what restricts us, really.
So with sort of focusing on like the disco and DJ services, people can sometimes be quite specific about what they want from a DJ. You can take requests. Can you take playlists? How does the disco side of things work?
Yeah, so we've got obviously a group of DJs that work for us, and they only work for us. We've all been doing it many years. I started at junior school doing discos. Wow. So we've all been doing it many, many years, and we've played to lots of different crowds. But some people do give us an exact playlist. We always say if you want to give us a big playlist, just make sure you think about everyone coming to your wedding, because some bride and grooms might like a strange or a particular type of music. But obviously you do need to think about all your guests, because you want them to enjoy, have a dance, have a good time with you. So if you want to give us lots of music requests, you can do, but just try and think of everyone who's coming. Things like your first dance are really important. If there's any dances with parents, there's a song you want to finish the night on. So all those sort of things we would discuss with you. So we make sure we know well in advance to make sure we've got the right versions of the songs. If you've found a live edit from some years ago, so we can try and make sure we get the particular songs you want ahead of the day, really.
And like you said, you've got like obviously a few DJs that work for you who you trust 100%. I know that when I worked at Penyard, we used to see the similar people every time, and they were always like, with your DJs, it's always like crowd pleasing music. So your DJs are really good at judging the audience and then kind of playing the right music, which is what you need. So like you said, because you know so many Gloucester suppliers, you can work with like a lot of bands. You can do the DJ alongside bands if people have already booked something.
Yeah, we quite often work outside like bands or ukulele bands, or even people like barn dance and stuff nowadays. So if you've got other sort of entertainment, what's going to be part of the evening, we can obviously work together. If it's someone we know, we can share sound systems and save on room of equipment and stuff as well. But yeah, just really that would be part of the booking process. If you've got other entertainment, we would discuss that. If it's someone we know, obviously we can discuss before the day as well. If someone travelling and we don't know, obviously it's just on the day, working with them, making sure they've got the space they need, making sure we know who's doing what timetables and supporting each other, really.
And how far do you cover? What kind of distance can you do?
Well, we're sort of the Gloucester base. We're all of Gloucestershire. We did quite a lot of work in Bristol. We quite often do stuff London way. We've done stuff far sides of Wales, Cornwall. We've done jobs in Scotland many times. So we do go anywhere and everywhere. Obviously, it does charge a lot more if we're travelling a lot further. So it really depends on sort of budgets. And if you're looking for one item, what's a sort of low value item, it's not going to be worthwhile. If you're looking for a complete room transformation for your wedding, then obviously that's something worth looking at travelling that then to sort of make it a worthwhile job, really.
So what would you say is your most requested like service? Obviously I'd say at the moment, not at the moment with lockdown, but just generally like recently, what are people going for the most?
I mean, with the DJs, we're always really busy with, because we are prefer supplying a lot of venues for them. The sort of the venue lighting is quite a big thing for us. So people want sort of like image projected gobos and lighting up walls to match colour themes. we keep quite busy with everything. It's quite sort of varied, really.
Spread out.
Yeah, and that's the way we like it, because it's sort of every day we're doing different things. We're not always getting the same equipment out. Yeah, it keeps it nice and varied for us, which is what we like, really.
I think the good thing as well about, because you've got so much experience with so many weddings, you're really good at being able to suggest things. So if somebody like doesn't really have any inspiration for how they're going to decorate a room, you've got loads. Like, you can help people.
Yeah, and we're always really honest with people. That's what some venues, certain things work, some don't. Obviously, we won't refuse to do anything in any venue, but if there's like a wall what's like a real dark colour and it's got some horrible pictures and they want that lit up, then also we can say, look, how about we sort of drape that or do something different? Or so we can try and advise. And obviously we've got pictures from most venues, so we can try and send previous work and say, what about something like this, or change to that? Because we've been doing it a long time, so we tend to know what's going to work, what's not going to work. Also, someone's got an idea, people send us pictures all the time, and we can try and go off that and suggest what's going to work for them, really.
And obviously you can do like theme nights and things. You can.
Yeah, so if you like, I heard you earlier talking about black and white themes, so you can do black and white dance floor, you can drape out a room. So this is sort of like black drape you see around the house, so you can cover whole rooms with it. We do lots of sort of ceiling drapes and wall drapes, and so the lighting. So if you've got a colour theme, or if you've got a particular sort of style you want to create, then also we can help with that and suggest what we do for that, really.
And it is always worth, because like I always say to brides whenever I recommend you, just have a chat with you and see what you think about something, because it's worth kind of getting your ideas, because like some people have no idea what to do with the venue, but if they just ask you, you've probably got 100 pictures of how they could potentially style a venue. So it's definitely worth just asking you and seeing who you work with as well that you can recommend.
Yeah, we're all sending pictures across, and that's what things we don't do. We know suppliers what normally can do, so we don't try and sub in stuff. We're quite honest with people and say, look, we don't do this, but we've worked with this supplier before, they do this. So yeah, we recommend people all the time for things we don't do, of course. Yeah.
What I'm going to do is just do a screen share of your website, because you've got a new website, haven't you? I know that you're showing us stuff at the back, but I'll just show off your new website. So if you want to see what major entertainments do, go on the website, and honestly, you'll just be amazed at all the stuff that they do. So obviously you do all the outdoor staging as well, and you can do, because you do a lot of like conferences as well, don't you? You set up AV.
That's it. So this sort of stuff we've done today. So our other side of the company, we do TVs, projectors, lighting, video conferencing. So that's what this sort of stuff is from today. Obviously, sometimes we use TVs and projectors for weddings, so it does cross over. But yeah, we do two different sides of the company, really.
And obviously, like the LED furniture and the dance floors look amazing. Like there's some venues that just completely changes the look of it. Like it just looks amazing. So it's definitely worth like having a look at the photos and stuff, just to get some ideas for your venue.
Yeah. That's what with our website, we try and be really upfront. Nearly everything on our website has got pricing on. We don't try and make it complicated for people. Because obviously people don't know what things cost. They don't know if a dance floor is £20 to hire or £2,000 to hire. So with our website, we try and keep everything on there priced, so people can see obviously what it is. So they know if it's in their budget. They know if it's the sort of thing they're going to be looking for price-wise. Then obviously once people say they want a dance floor and they want love letters, and obviously we will appeal the package price, so it works out cheaper for people. But at least it gives them an idea of what it costs before they sort of start asking around with no idea, really.
Yeah, and that's a really good thing, because people always kind of want to gauge what the maximum cost will be for them with all the things they want. So the fact that you're just upfront and you can just give them the price there, like people can have a look and sort of get a sense of how much they might be paying before they even book you.
That's what we changed it on our old website probably about 3 or 4 years now, because it's just people contacting all the time to say how much is this, because they had no idea. So we said, why not just be honest with people and just let them see the prices? I mean, we've got nothing to hide. All our competitors can see our prices. It makes no difference to us. That's our prices. And yeah, why not show people? Why not let people see what it's going to cost to do what they've got an idea of, really?
So if people want to get hold of you, they can obviously go to your website. They can contact you on here.
Yep.
They can get you on Facebook. They can message you. Yeah. So all of the contact details are here. So when I post the video, I will obviously put your links on there so that people can see where to go to book you and where to find out more. What do you tend, what do you suggest with somebody who, because of obviously everything being rearranged, somebody that doesn't necessarily want to sign on the dotted line and absolutely decide on something, but they still want to kind of start planning with you for next year? Would you say just have a look at the prices and get some inspiration, or what would you suggest people can still be doing?
Have a look on there, get an idea what you're looking for. Maybe give us a call or drop us an email, and then obviously come back to you, build up a package price. Then obviously at the moment everything's on hold, no one knows what's going on, but we can get everything sort of in place, and obviously what we're looking for, and check the dates and things for you, and just get it penciled, ready to go if obviously things start hopefully moving forward again. Yeah.
And so you can hold dates for people if they are making a decision?
So we say to get it confirmed in fully, we take 25% booking deposit, because obviously if we just hold in lots of dates for people, obviously I say sometimes we're restricted.
Yeah.
So we do take the deposit to fully book it in, but obviously we can put you sort of in as what you're looking to do, so we know an idea of who's asking for what. But I'd like to think hopefully by next year we're all back out doing these weddings. I would hope, yeah.
And you'll be back busy as ever. Yeah. Well, that was amazing. Those are all the questions that I had. Was there anything else that you wanted to let us know about Major Entertainment?
Not really. I said we've been going many years, but it's just really just have a look on the website, get an idea what you're looking for. If we can help in any way, go on the website. There's a live chat on the website, or send a contact form, or Facebook. Just get in contact, and if we can help, obviously we'd love to help you, really.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Matthew. I'm sorry that I made you wait.
No problem.
I'm always doing that to you. It's really nice to speak to you, and
thank you very much.
Take care of yourself. And
thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.